Do we have any updates or anything from department heads that we need to be aware of during the work session prior to the council meeting? Nothing tonight? Okay. And we've got, for the invocation Pledge of Allegiance, Chaplain Marcia Frank with the police department? Frank, not Franks, correct? Franks? Franks. Okay, thank you. We'll review the agenda. We don't have a lot of items on the agenda this evening. We've got 2 special event requests. Pam, have we had anyone submit requests to speak before the council tonight?
No, not tonight.
Okay, thank you. We've got Chris Van Dyke of Wellstone for the annual Oktoberfest 5K and 10K. We have Kristen Holmes of Grace Episcopal Church for the Jingle Bell Christmas Carol 5K. Then we'll have committee reports. We'll move on to unfinished business, which is the ordinance on the SRF loan for the 30-inch primary water main, which is that phase 1 of the funding for that project. That will be a roll call vote. We'll then have items number 2 and 3 will be public hearing for ordinance 2645 on the zoning ordinance that came back to us from, I guess it was planning, wasn't it? And that's on the walls and fences. So that portion will just be the public hearing. So I'll open the public hearing, ask for comments. If there are any, if they're not, I'll close the public hearing. I'll go to the next one. On the nuisance properties, I'll open it, close it. Blake, do you have anything on that? Or are we good to just move? Or do you anticipate anyone being here for that?
I do not, Madam President. We've yet to hear anything from the property owners. They've not reached out as far as I'm aware.
Okay. Okay, so we'll just open it, and then if anyone shows up, they'll have the opportunity to speak if they request.
And this is the picture of the properties that, yeah.
Yep. And
So is
then,
it Dylan Warner and Jeffrey Warner, are they the property owners?
yes, they are. Then resolution 26-117, then we'll actually consider declaring it a public nuisance after we have the public hearing. So have the public hearing first, and then we'll have the vote. That one will not be a roll call vote, where roll call votes are on our ordinances. Then we'll go to new business, the resolution to apply for federal and state matching grant funds for the airport. Then we have a resolution to amend position control. If you'll go back and look at that on our first draft of our agenda that came out, it said that it was job descriptions, but it's not job descriptions. This is just amending position control, the positions in the department. And Michelle, it's changing some titles, correct? Is that what?
Yes, ma'am. It is not adding any heads there. They need another qualified crew foreman, so they are requesting to update an existing heavy equipment operator to a crew foreman because he's acting in that capacity. And also because he will not be a heavy equipment operator, they're asking for equipment operator 2 to be upgraded to a heavy equipment operator.
Okay, so it'll be the same people, but it'll change their positions, is what it'll do. Then we have the resolution to approve the memorandum of understanding with the Cullman City Board of Education to provide the law enforcement school resource officer services for Cullman City Schools for the 26-27 school year. Is that right, Chief? That's for this school year. Then we'll have first reading of ordinance 2645 to amend the zoning ordinances on walls and fences. And that goes back to that public hearing. No, I'm sorry. Yes.
It does. It's the
There is
same.
the public hearing. And then we have the first reading
Yes.
tonight of 2645. We'll have the second reading and then the vote at the next meeting. And then item 5, first reading of ordinance 2646, is to annex property located at 1811 County Road 1301 as AG1, which received a favorable recommendation from the Planning Commission. I'm assuming
I was
you
at
could
that
tell us
meeting.
more
Yeah,
about that?
well, I can't tell you a lot about it, but I was at the meeting, and it was just residents that had moved here, and they were doing it strictly for school purposes to get into the school district.
And it's adjoins city property now. I mean, it came out of the Planning Commission, so,
Yeah, it has to, yeah.
okay.
I'm surprised there's not any supporting documents on that, but.
Do we have any there,
I mean,
Wes?
They wouldn't have,
Okay.
they wouldn't have recommended it if it wasn't, if it didn't meet it.
Yeah, I was
Right.
there, and I didn't have a problem with it, so, I mean,
Okay. Do we have any announcements that we need to make at the end that I'm not aware of, that you all know? Okay. All right, then Wes, the only other thing I have for the work session is if we can look at, oh, is that from the Planning Commission?
this, yeah.
Yeah, there it is.
Mhm. Slow down just a little for me, right there.
Right there it is. Go down. Certified as contiguous.
Yeah, okay. And that is, who's the property owner? Blankenship? George Blankenship. George and Sherry.
He didn't have kids going to school.
That's not the same thing then, it's not.
I mean, he may have grandkids.
I don't know,
ISV, it says Douglas Blackledge.
oh,
Yeah.
They sold it?
okay.
Okay,
Yeah, on the ISV, it says Blackledge.
I can call Brandon probably and get a good update if I need
This
to.
is the grand tours.
yeah, let's,
I mean, if it's touching
yeah,
and they're asking, there wouldn't be any reason not to annex them in,
right.
whether they want school or not. I was just joking about
Yeah, they weren't the
Yeah.
people at the planning meeting. It wasn't George.
Oh, it
I
wasn't
mean,
George,
no,
I got you.
uh-uh.
So it's different.
Going,
I know which piece of property it is now.
It looks like it's,
It does touch the city limits.
Yep, okay, thank you. All right, yeah, Wes, the only other thing that I have is our updated dates on budget. I know we talked about, we're gonna go over that at the August 9th meeting, pre-count, or we gonna do that afternoon?
We talked about going to August the 31st.
But are we gonna do a review after you continue working on it, after meeting again with department heads?
Yes, yes, we will.
We did talk about doing it before that council meeting, didn't we? Yeah.
3 o'clock.
Just an update after your meetings with department heads?
Yes, we can, a work session.
Okay,
Which is what I suggested to Susan that same day, so that may conflict.
But not the 31st. Talking about first.
no, this will be the 9th,
Yeah.
I want to say
for
31st.
him to go over it,
Well,
and
that's when we're
then,
going to pass it.
Oh, okay,
Right.
okay.
what about public hearing?
That's the August 31st is when you talked about doing the public hearing. So everything would bump. It would go, the next meeting in August would be the work session where we review internally. And then hopefully by the August 31st, the second meeting in August, that's when you'd be able to do the public hearing, serve public comments.
And then vote, what date?
It would be the first meeting in September.
September. Is that gonna give enough time for you and Michelle? Be September 14th? You sure?
Well, I say that today, and what's the night get everything in place?
Okay,
We'll know a little more.
Let's look after y'all meet,
Yeah,
and then let's make sure that that'll give you enough time.
The goal would be have most of the loose ends tied up by the public, by the 31st. So I could have the information hopefully to her.
Well, and I'm not saying that we'll definitely do this, but if we need more time after the 31st, if we needed to have a special meeting for the vote of the budget, we just need to set the date enough in advance to do that. So if we needed to get it earlier than the 14th, we could look for an opportunity to do just that one item.
Sounds
kind of
good.
a big one. but-
Definitely.
Okay. Okay. That's all I have unless anybody else has anything.
Nope, I'm gonna run get my
Work
notes, I
session?
left at home. Be right back.
Okay, all right. We will convene the council meeting at 7 o'clock.